Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night to you all. My name is Tiara. I'm here with my lovely guest, Shonele. Shonele, say hello to the people.
Hi.
So, I'm just going to be reading some crazy Reddit threads, and we're just going to talk about them. Well, I haven't read any of these that I'm about to read. Let me make that clear.
All right.
But
so this is great.
Usually I'm just like talking to myself when I'm reading these.
Well, now you got somebody else to talk to.
Outside. Exactly. We're reading from the relationships, r/relationships thread, and the r/am I the a-hole thread.
I love that.
PG.
Also, I love that you censored the word a-hole.
This is a PG channel. We could do the crazy stuff on your channel.
Wow, thank you for the call out.
This one sounds cool. Okay, I, 43-year-old female, caught my son, 16-year-old male, best friend, 16-year-old male, masturbating in my high heels, last night. I told him to leave the house without telling my son anything and never come back. What should I do? Inform his parents?
Wait, is that just the title?
That's just the title. It's
no!
A long title. Yeah. We, my husband, my son, and I live in a private, separate house with a swimming pool, which also belongs to only us. Okay, flex. Whatever. I know my son's best friend for about 2 years. While I was working with my computer downstairs, they came and he asked if he could take a shower. I said, sure. Gave him clean towels and returned to work on my computer. My son was playing video games in the next room. About 15 minutes later, I went upstairs to get my charger. I realized the door was slightly open. As I approached nearer, I saw my son's friend masturbating with my lingerie in my bedroom, kissing my thigh boots, I guess she meant thigh-high boots, next to my wardrobe. I had never been this shocked in my life, but as I didn't want my son to hear anything, he was tremendously embarrassed, started shaking and cursing himself, apologizing for how many times I can't remember. I told him I'm going to inform his parents about this and told him return home without telling my son anything. I just threw away my favorite pair of thigh boots and half of my underwear. I'm very angry. I'm very angry, disgusted, disappointed, as I had always thought highly of him. At the same time, I pity the boy.
So we know that her name is Karen.
Right.
She obviously doesn't know what a foot fetish is.
Clearly, she needs to wake up. She needs to lighten up, right? Get with the times, lady.
Yeah.
You're just 43. Come on.
Gosh. She's a total asshole. Because she's like, you can't be masturbating to my thigh highs in this household. Not in this Christian household. And then she threw out the boots.
Threw out the boots? Girl, if you don't, she didn't even say that he, ejaculated on them. What was wrong with the boots? Girl, keep
Is he jacking on the boots? Is he rubbing himself?
I don't think he did. All he did was kiss the lingerie.
Did he stick a boot?
And threw away all her underwear.
Okay.
Did he stick a boot? Can you not finish that? Don't finish that.
Also, why are you throwing away boots when you could just, I don't know, donate them?
Wasteful. This whole post is a flex. Wasteful. She had to start with saying, we live in a private, separate house with a swimming pool. My husband is away, traveling for work. I have a computer. Girl, and you could just throw away boots? I'm not going to read that one, but the title says, my 23-year-old female husband, 24-year-old male, thinks our son is gay when he's only a year old. This has been going on for months. I am tired of it, find it very strange, and even though I've tried several times, he doesn't seem to understand he's being ridiculous. Some of the reasons he thinks our son is gay, and these are bullet points, honey. There's 7 of them. He loves when the light shines through the window in a way that makes rainbows on the floor.
Oh my god. Okay, that's just kids.
This is a beautiful child.
Do you not
Are you kidding me?
Understand that children love
what an insightful
colors.
But What an insightful child to find beauty in light shining through a window. Are you kidding me? Half the dudes I've talked to aren't that deep.
Stupid.
What the heck?
Stupid. You're like...
That was a self-drag.
You're like looking at your kid in the future and you're like, fuck, my child finds wonder in everything that he looks at. Is he gay?
I would love a child that just can find beauty in nature like that. Okay,
Dad's
second
like,
bullet
fuck
point.
that kid.
He was... Right. Hey, don't you be staring at the floor.
What are you looking at?
Cut it out.
The stars?
That's gay.
That's gay.
Okay, the second bullet point. He was curious about my makeup and has tried to take my lipstick and eyeliner. It reminds him of crayons. This is an budding artist. He is an aspiring artist.
His dad is really like,
wow.
If I make my son artistic, does that make him gay? We can't have that.
Right. I don't know, fellas. Is it gay to have an artistic son? I don't know. It seemed kind of sus to me.
Oh my gosh. Is it gay to look at the lights that come through a window and find a rainbow?
Is it gay to like crayons and stuff? I don't know.
This dude shouldn't have a kid, like at all.
He likes to help me peel bananas, and one time my husband saw him mouth the tip of it. He got angry at me for letting him do something that looks sexual. WTF.
You're the freak that is looking at it sexually. It's a fucking banana.
This guy's a weirdo.
You're like, my son can't have bananas unless they're chopped up. What the?
Yo, there are guys who really don't eat bananas because they think it's
gay.
Imagine depriving yourself of potassium because your sexuality is that fragile. Your masculinity is that fragile.
That's too firm. It's like a penis. How do you know how firm a penis is? Well, I have one.
Right. Sir. His favorite thing to do outside right now is look at the flowers that are blooming and touch them. Next bullet point. My husband thinks he likes books too much for a boy. Question mark.
Oh my god.
Next point. Did you spit out your drink?
I was about to take a drink and then I was like, what the?
There's also a character in one of the books that my son always points and smiles at because he has bright orange hair, my son's favorite color. But my husband thinks he has a crush on the character. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay.
I'm gonna cry.
No.
First off, your son's gonna be a weeb. That's so stupid. You're basically saying, I don't want my baby to act like a baby. He came out of the womb. He needs to be a young adult now.
Leave him, sis. If you hear me right now, leave him.
Absolutely.
He's toxic.
Take the baby too. And
that child is not going to be in a good environment if that's how he's treating him at 1.
Right. You take that baby with you, you find a house that's right next to a library. You will ward him away forever.
He's just going to hiss from the street. He's going to drive by and hiss. This one is from the Am I the A-hole thread.
Oh boy.
So, AITA for putting my dog's wee-wee pads on the bathroom floor because my boyfriend has bad aim and keeps missing the toilet. This is when straight culture is terrible. Like,
what is wrong with them?
Who is dating guys who can't aim? Love yourself.
What the hell? What the actual
Wait till you see their ages. Listen to this.
I don't know. I'm so nervous.
So, my boyfriend, 30-year-old male, and I...
No!
And wait, maybe we're judging too early. He could have some type of, maybe he's visually impaired, maybe. We're just going to give him the benefit of the doubt before we start. So, okay.
But if he, wait a second, if he's visually impaired, he should be sitting down to pee.
True.
There's nothing wrong with sitting down to pee.
My boyfriend, 30-year-old male, and I, 28-year-old female, have been together about a year, and when our city implemented lockdown for the virus, he decided to quarantine with me at my apartment as I live alone and have a nicer apartment, and he has several roommates. Mostly it has been going well, and thankfully we both still have jobs, except in the first few weeks I started noticing that the bathroom floor was suddenly always wet around the toilet. The sink is across the room from the toilet, so it's unlikely to be from the sink. At first I thought it might be water, but soon realized it was definitely pee. I asked my boyfriend about it nicely, and he apologized and said sometimes he has bad aim. I asked him to try a little harder, and he said sure. The floor continued to be frequently spattered with piss. And a few weeks later, I confronted him about it again because I think it's pretty gross to step in his pee several times a week. And it seems like an easy thing to fix. If he misses his toilet, I think the very least he could do is make sure to wipe it up with toilet paper or a Clorox wipe. He said, sure, sorry. He would try to remember to do that. Another week has passed, and while maybe he's doing this sometimes, I've continued to step in splatters of his pee and wipe it off the floor and clean the floor several times a week. Oh my God, that's a lot. I thought about asking him to just pee into the bathtub or something instead, girl, because I don't understand how you can pee on the floor by accident so often and not notice and not clean it up. Last night, I got up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night and absolutely stepped in piss for the... There's like 15 numbers here for the blank time. I had it, and I didn't want to pick a fight or ask him again. And since it seems clear he can't or won't change, so I got one of my dog's wee-wee pads from when he was a puppy. He is well trained now. Wow, your puppy,
better trained
your dog
than your
got
actual
trained
boyfriend.
faster than the man.
What the fuck?
This man probably has 20 years on this dog. More than 20 years.
Oh,
okay.
No.
And cut it up a bit. And taped it down to make a sort of skirt or mat around the floor near the toilet to at least absorb the piss. Boyfriend saw this morning and is furious with me, saying that I'm calling him a dog, comparing him to an animal, etc. Honestly, I was not thinking that at all. I was just trying to be resourceful. Girl, no, you were being petty. And solve the problem for myself, since I don't like piss on my bathroom floor and don't like stepping in it, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
I fucking love that more than anything. Fuck it. That is...
Okay.
Oh, the sweet petty. Oh, the sucky.
Yeah, I don't think
petty.
I can be that creative. I would just be like, you know what, sir, get out of my house.
You are 1,000% right that if a dog who is probably like 2, 3 compared to a 30-year-old man
30
better potty training skills, you would think that you need to step up your game. For the fact that she had to confront him 2 previous times, it seems like the second time he was doing it out of pure pettiness. It seems like the way that she was writing it, the pee was accumulating from like a few sprinkles to like an actual puddle.
Yes.
To which, like, if I were ever in that situation, which I hope to God, like, I'd rather be single for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Same.
If I found sprinkles around my toilet and I'd be like, dude, fix your mess. And then he came back around and was like, sure. And then he didn't clean it up. I had to clean it up and tell him another time. I'd be like, pee outside. Go pee outside like a fucking dog then.
Yo, she's a good one. To clean it up?
She's way better than I would have been.
I'm nobody's mother.
You know what? I'd like collect all of those pee like paper towels, wrap them in a bag, and then throw them at him on Sunday and be like, take out the fucking trash.
Oh my God. You're worse, actually.
This is why I'm
You're
not in a
worse.
relationship. I think this is the main reason. I have nothing else to say to this except leave him.
Leave him.
Just
That's
leave
like
him.
more of a lot of these like relationships and AITA ones is just leave. That's
Leave
the
him.
solution.
Fuck it.
Leave. Bye.
Be single.
That's all we're gonna read today. Let me know if you enjoyed any of that and what you would do if you were in these situations. Thank you, Shonele, for being my lovely co-host.
What's up? Yeah.
Go to her channel and watch our other video we're gonna do in a second.
Yes. The channel's called Tasteless Telecast. It's all one word.
I'll put it in the description. I'll put it on the screen. Even better.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
And
She's
in
got
the
this.
description.
Hey.
All right. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace out.
Yeah. A-Town.